Welcome to the HR Chat Show, one of the world's most downloaded and shared podcasts designed for HR pros, talent execs, tech enthusiasts, and business leaders. For hundreds more episodes and what's new in the world of work, subscribe to the show, follow us on social media, and visit hrgazette.com.
Welcome to another episode of the HR Chat Show. Hello, listeners. This is your host today, Bill Banham. And in this episode, we are going to focus on the amazing DisruptHR Birmingham event, which is happening on September 5th. And joining me today to talk all about it is Verity Gough, a freelance journalist and communication specialist with 20 years experience. I guess she started when she was about 5, writing for national consumer and business media. As a former editor of Training Zone, we love those guys. She writes extensively on HR and L&D and is a regular contributor to titles including People Management and HRD Connect. As Marcoms manager for employee benefits company My Staff Shop, we love those guys too. Verity heads up all areas of marketing, and that includes organizing DisruptHR Birmingham. She is the genius behind the event on September 5th. In her free time, Verity loves learning foreign languages, enjoys a spot of wild swimming, really, Verity, travels whenever she gets the chance. This is true. I'm often like, Verity, where are you this week? And has a particular passion for Morocco. She is a mum of 2 gorgeous girls, which keeps her busy the rest of the time. And may I just add, listeners, she is my very good friend and I love her lots. Verity, welcome to the show today.
Thanks, Bill. Thank you very much. It's nice to be able to talk about these things. And that was a lovely intro. Thank you.
Well, beyond my reintroduction there, anything to add? Anything else about you that we don't know? Do you want to share a bit more about your career background? Why don't you take a minute and tell us more?
Yeah, sure. So I kind of wear 2 hats. I am a freelance journalist, like you said, and I am Marcoms for My Staff Shop. So doing both of those, there's a crossover, obviously, in communication, and that's kind of where I've ended up finding myself doing a bit of both and marketing as well. And I'm just lucky that I do something I really enjoy, basically. I didn't realise how much fun marketing was, having come from a journalism background. It's quite different, but there's a lot of crossover with the skills. So I get to do all of those things, and that sort of takes up most of my time. And like I said, I've kind of fallen into L&D and HR quite by accident. I was writing for all the national consumer press before that, and doing a lot of online stuff, community building and whatnot. So going into HR is been quite interesting, really. I always thought it was bit of a dry subject, but actually turns out it's not, and there's loads and loads and loads of really interesting topics. Anything that affects you in life quite often affects you in work, and therefore we tend to write about it, and that means that all the topics that we cover are really important to most people, working people. So I'm lucky. I enjoy that. And then obviously I'm with My Staff Shop. Did you want me to tell you a little bit about them?
You must be some sort of clairvoyant, because that was going to be my next question. Why don't you take a minute or two now, Verity, and tell listeners all about the mission of My Staff Shop, and maybe its partners too, such as My Health Extras, and why the whole parent group brand is so wicked awesome, as the cool kids say.
Well, it is really. And I mean, the fact is that I have been a freelance journalist for like nearly 20 years, and I had been freelancing, being completely not employed, and I've actually gone to become an employee for this company. I don't think I would have gone to work for any other company other than My Staff Shop, who are employee benefits. I had got quite a lot of experience writing on that topic, so I was kind of familiar with it, but I didn't really understand the whole world of EB, and coming in as Marcoms there has been a bit of a sort of baptism of fire to a certain degree, but it has been incredible, because not only is it an employee benefits company and therefore does all these wonderful services and helps people really maximize engagement in the workplace, and for the members themselves, lots of discount savings and really great services. We're also an employee-owned business, which means we're all beneficiaries of the company. And that obviously means that we're very motivated, very engaged, and want to really create the best possible business for us, the staff, and for our members and for our clients. And I do think that's a point of differentiation for us. Certainly, we're not as big as some of the big boys, but you will definitely get a superior service with us. I can honestly say that. And they're just a really great team. You've met us all, and we've been working with you through events which we sort of sidestepped into as part of the growth of the organisation. Yeah, we are 3 organisations within one. We're under the name of My Group. There's My Staff Shop, the employee benefits, but we also have our own company that provides health insurance, and that's My Health Extras. So any of the products that we sell through My Staff Shop directly come from us as well. And we're FSA company as well. We've got a wealth management arm, which is called G7 Wealth. So we also have that. And My Money Extras, which is another new business, which is where we put people within organisations to help improve the take-up of benefits. So one-on-one presentations and things like that. And that's for any organisation who wants to take advantage of really maximising take-up of their benefits. So it's all benefits related, but it's complementary as well. And like I said, it's just a really, really great company to work for. So yeah, happy there. It's always nice to be able to say that you love your job.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the HR Chat Podcast. If you enjoy the audio content we produce, you'll love our articles on the HR Gazette. Learn more at hrgazette.com. And now, back to the show.
Yeah, and that comes through all the time. You're a gregarious person. You and Jamie are very good with people. You generally care about what you are doing, and that always comes through. So since I moved back to the UK and got involved with the Disrupt events, I have met lots and lots of people in all different walks of lives with all different things going on. I can honestly say, hand on heart, you and Jamie and your team are right up there. I love working with you. You're great people, like you're genuinely lovely people, and this is why we do loads of stuff together, and then we go out for drinks afterwards on a regular basis. So there we go.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's move on to the main focus of today's conversation. We've got 6 minutes left. Verity has a hard stop, so we're going to run through this now. Verity, you are of course a co-organizer of a Disrupt chapter, Birmingham. I'm delighted to be one of the co-organizers with that too. So you've got that perspective on things. My Staff Shop and the wider group sponsor a bunch of the events that I get up to. You guys have been involved with other Disrupt events as well, so you've seen that side of things. And of course, you've been a speaker at Disrupt events, so you've kind of got the full perspective, the full gambit there. So who better than you for me to ask to offer in 60 seconds or less, because of the time we've got left, give our listeners, for those who aren't familiar with the Disrupt HR movement, give them a bit of an overview of what Disrupt HR is and why it's something they should check out.
Well, I mean, if you want to go to an event and learn something about HR, and let's face it, we haven't had much of that in the last few years with, all the COVID stuff. This is probably the event to choose, because you're going to get innovative inspiration, ideas, lots of amazing networking, and they tend to be focused around cities and towns and what have you. So you're getting a local community, which I think has been really important for us in Birmingham. There wasn't a huge amount of events like this, and Disrupt Birmingham has definitely brought together lots and lots of people who have jobs in common and work in common, and building this kind of HR community. Do you want to talk about Birmingham specifically, or generally Disrupt? Because obviously we're within the Birmingham area, which is not just Birmingham, it's like, I suppose, Coventry, Derby, and kind of going around that area. This time, obviously, this is our second event. We're sort of building on what we created last year in Digbeth. And I think it's just become something that is really important to people in the area. We've been running kind of little events, the Erupt Disrupts. We've had 3 of them running since January or early February. And they've been an opportunity to sort of meet people in the area and just get them involved as well. And in fact, we've got a couple of speakers that pitched at the Erupt events who are going to be speaking at the main event, which is sort of what the idea with these things are, that you get the talent, if you like, from the community to actually talk at these events. You know, these are the people that are living these jobs day in, day out, and the ones that could really benefit from hearing their ideas or how things work in their companies. It's a really, really unique event and a really great concept. And of course, there's the 20 slides, 5 minutes, 15-second rotation, the sort of Pecha Kucha thing. There's slightly sort of Tedx in there. The sort of delivery, you know, they've got to be short, sharp, interesting talks that captivate people and allow somebody to sort of talk about something they're really expert in, which I always think's nice for people. Like for me, myself, I ended up doing 3 talks on like communications, generational kind of communicate. Obviously, comms is my thing. And it was tough. Thank you for putting me on like second. I don't know if I'd have coped to have been any later than that. I found it great, and it is such a rewarding experience for people to do. So we've got a lot of first timers going to be talking, and I think once you've done it once, you want to come to another one and even talk at another one. I never thought I would do more than one, but I have. And even you, Bill, you did your first Cambridge as well. So after running so many events, you actually got to do it. It does give you a real perspective on how everybody must be feeling, and, you know, the whole, it's an experience, isn't it? And I have to add, the community around it, i.e. that the audience, are always so supportive. And I think that it really helps anybody who's going to stand up there and talk and put themselves out there for 5 minutes. It's amazing to have the support and the networking and what have you as well. So that's why we love Disrupt as a whole.
Good. Thank you very much. We've only got a couple of minutes left here.
Yeah.
So just a couple more quick questions for you then. For this Disrupt, as it currently stands, we are ticking the official Disrupt formats in that there are 14 speakers set to speak. Of course, the nature of these things are speakers drop out last minute or whatever, but as it currently stands, there will actually be 14, which is the official Disrupt format. Can you just take a minute, maybe highlight 2 or 3 of the speakers, tell us a bit about their sessions, why you're excited for them, and then we'll wrap things up by learning a bit more about you.
Once in a while, an event series is born that shakes things up. It makes you think differently, and it leaves you inspired. That event is DisruptHR. The format is 14 speakers, 5 minutes each, and slides rotate every 15 seconds. If you're an HR professional, a CEO, a technologist, or a community leader and you've got something to say about talent, culture, or technology, Disrupt is the place. It's coming soon to a city near you. Learn more at DisruptHR.co.
We've got some great speakers. I'm going to give a shout out to Pauline Gunn. She is head of L&D at Securitas UK, and I have to say she's already shown me her talk and everything. I'm really excited for it. Who knew Securitas was doing such cool stuff? That's all I'm going to say, and she'll be talking about that. And I'm just super impressed with what they get up to. Very inspiring stuff. So Pauline's going to be doing something. We've got Deborah Hartung as well, who is just an absolutely fantastic speaker. Deborah is a culture and leadership transformation expert, and she's talking about how your values are killing your culture. So she's very culture focused, and again, having heard her speaking and seeing what the content is, that's going to be a really juicy one. Who else we've got? We've got, like I said, we've got a couple of people who were the Erupt pitchers. Let's say they pitched their ideas at Erupt. So we've got Lara Holding-Jones, who is from Pink Jelly. So she's going to be doing a talk about analytics. She's very much into people analytics. So it's quite nice to have more of a data focus with one of the talks. Of course, we've got Carl Hinett, who is the director of Refind, who's also one of our organising partners as well. And they've been fabulous helping us get the community together. So this is his first talk. He's never done them before. I'm really excited. This is called Becoming a Purple Squirrel, Standing Out in the HR World. So I'm not 100% sure what he's going to be talking about with purple squirrels, but Carl's fab. So I'm looking forward to hearing from him. And we've got Chris Robinson, who is also from Octopus EV. He's the L&D manager there, and he's talking about what my beard taught me about L&D, and I have not long heard his talk in practice, and it was really great. So that's just a few people. We're going to be doing a LinkedIn Live actually with a couple more of them, just to sort of tease some content on Thursday. So, if people want to tune into that, they can hear a little bit more. There's loads. I'm not giving you any more than that, Bill. They'll have to come or watch them afterwards on the Disrupt main website. Obviously, they can catch them afterwards.
Very good. Okay, and a purple squirrel, by the way, is a term used by employment recruiters to describe a job candidate who precisely meets the right criteria in terms of education, experience, and range of skills. There we go. I'm looking forward to seeing Carl's talk. There's a bunch of speakers I've seen speak before and others I haven't. I wasn't going to be at Disrupt Birmingham on September 5th because our second child was due to be born a couple of weeks before that, but she kindly arrived a month early, which means that I'm able to come up to Birmingham and be on stage with Verity and the team. Verity, before we wrap up for today, how can our listeners connect with you and learn more about My Staff Shop?
Well, obviously there's the old LinkedIn. I'm Verity Gough on LinkedIn, and My Staff Shop on LinkedIn. Also, you can go to our website, which is mystaffshop.com, and there's lots and lots and lots of information on there. We've got blogs, we've got like an insights hub. So there's some of the assets that we've been creating, the My Little Book of Employee Benefits and My Little Book of R&R. So we've got lots of resources for people, and we know what we're doing, we know what we're talking about. We're very much experts on engagement and people in the workplace. So if anybody wants to find out a little bit more and come and meet the team, come to the event, obviously, but otherwise, connect with us on LinkedIn and just have a look at some of the content that we create, just to see if we'd be a good fit as well. But we're nice people at the end of the day, so we could always have a virtual coffee and what have you with people. We're just happy to talk about the world of work and how to better engage people.
There we go. Everybody wants to work with nice people, right? What more do you need for reasons to do so? And by the way, listeners, of course, there will be links in the show notes to register for the event, to My Staff Shop and the other properties under my group, to Verity's TikTok profile, possibly. Who knows? There'll be links all over the place. Verity's looking at me right now saying, no, don't put that in there, Bill. Okay, that just leaves me to say for today, Verity, my friend, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for being my guest today.
Thanks, Bill. Brilliant. Thank you very much. And hopefully we'll have we will have an amazing event in Birmingham, and we can tell everybody about it afterwards.
Absolutely. And listeners, as always, until next time, happy working.
Thanks for listening to the HR Chat Show. If you enjoyed this episode, why not subscribe and listen to some of the hundreds of episodes published by HR Gazette? And remember, for what's new in the world of work, subscribe to the show, follow us on social media, and visit hrgazette.com.